Today, our topic is how does homeopathy work? There were a lot of explanations, approvals, non-approvals, criticisms, all based on the topic how does homeopathy work. Dr. Samuel Hahnemann has propounded the dictum, the simila similibus curenda. Okay, from there, lot of what are called true ganges and correct versions by different people have been advanced. The main criteria was whether it is a science or an arts. Here, we need not have any doubt that it is a pure science, perhaps the youngest science, in the sense there are ample rooms to go further in research as well as for findings. The homeopath's only job is to treat the people in a general way, and he should have full confidence what he is doing. Here my explanation is based on such a requirement. In the process, what are the other supporting factors to homeopathy to function very well are also will be discussed. They are the mind, the modalities, the constitutional remedy, the constitution of the patient, and such and such. Please understand that we are not here for a confrontation or a challenge, but to announce what exactly the homeopathy is and how does it functions based on number of parameters. Yes, to the extent all those parameters will be presented here in different snippets. But let us now straight away go to that topic, how does homeopathy work? Gentlemen, perhaps you may be aware, all living organisms, especially the human being, their body consists of about 52 elements in day-to-day function. And all these 52 elements are not straight as an element, in the sense its derivatives are also included based on the requirements. Now, these 52 elements, they will have their own valencies and electrons, and when the electrons are upset due to any reasons, it will try to achieve the equilibrium. And the people, the patient, the living organism shows different signs of disturbances by different elements by its peculiar symptoms. Let us see the sulfur. Sulfur is an excellent remedy for any skin problems. It is an excellent remedy for summer complaints. But many times we will not give sulfur straight to the patient. We shall evaluate actually what does he want, because aggravation by sulfur is really tough. So better to avoid that kind of aggravation. That's why there are derivatives of sulfur like pepper sulfur, which will work very well during winter. Natrum salt, which will be more apt during the monsoon time, and similarly number of type of sulfur, okay, are available. So we cannot say it is just a sulfur symptom picture. What it is combined with and what exactly it shows by the symptoms will be decided by the homeopath and select an apt remedy. Yes, it is not only the remedy which works, it will be supported by a number of advisors like doing proper exercises, feeling good, keeping the mind perfectly fine, and so many other parameters like what one should eat, what one should not eat, whether tobacco can be consumed, whether liquor is permitted. So all these aspects will come into the picture. Even the kids, whether they should be fed with their chocolates and candies, or we should desist from that. It's all based on what symptom the child is present. And once that kind of an evaluation, again, based on the constitutional remedy is perfected, then our job is half done. Now, coming to the scientific part, again, you might have heard about a sort of alignment, requirement, borrowing, lending by the elements when they are not perfectly in order, which is known as transmutation of elements in living organism. And in the transmutation of elements, the calcium will not be straight away go to gold, or gold will not straight away go to silver, but the nearest element will lend the quality to fulfill for the time being, for the short time, for sustenance of that living organism. And the key to that is transportation of elements. And you want a laboratory otherwise it is not scientific. We have treated not one or two people, but lakhs and lakhs of people with the proper records, and the outcome of that are the base of our science. What is the result? Whether a similar situation can be repeated. Okay. So, the outcome of the treatment, out of 1 lakh, how many people got cured and how many have not got cured? How many had the side effects? Though homeopathy is not having any side effects, many adverse comments used to crop up at times. Yes, we shall ignore it, but for the veracity, for the perfection, for the correct view, we should have some sort of proper recording facilities. And I have treated more than 14,000 heart patients who have been asked for surgery or stent or similar mechanical intervention at different stages by a number of people. Today, my results are exceedingly good and I am so happy, and definitely D.N.SUKUMARAN level we have crossed years back, and my results I'll have from time to time submitted to various authorities in India and abroad. But I didn't go after that because making record was not my intention. How many people can be saved? That was the intention. And this conviction to save those people has emerged from the fact that this homeopathic as science is fantastic. If someone is not understanding its scientific value, it is their headache, and I will not spend a single minute or waste a single minute to prove that homeopathy is correct, since I am not 99% but 100% sure of its characters. And the records of various diseases, various symptoms from the various parts of the world are sufficient for me, for my satisfaction, to perfect my viewpoints. And now I am submitting for the whole world to understand and evaluate it. One may agree, one may not agree, that's all their business. But I will have the satisfaction that I have explained as to how does these elements work, and whenever the outer valency area is disturbed, how does it correct itself, and to enable that correction, we are giving our memory of the materials. Memory. You have heard about kilogram, you have heard about molecules, nanomolecules, which are measurable. But here I am talking about the memory of those elements. You dilute the sulfur to any level, the least unit available will carry the memory of sulfur, and it can activate the otherwise not active sulfur in your system. Same is the case with sodium. When sodium is much more than what is needed, the sodium rejection will start and a number of symptoms will appear. Then we can identify where the problem is there. So you can use natrum in sulfate form and natrum in chloride form, natrum chloride, natrum sulfate. Number of derivatives are still available, and the medicine will be decided based on what is the symptom that gentleman, that patient is exhibiting. And here again, one must remember your intervention is at a tonic level. Your intervention at preventive level, your intervention is in psychic levels. For example, natrum 6, it is given as a tonic rather. At 30 to 200, it will be given as a remedy for the symptoms exhibited, and higher potencies are suggested for mental symptoms presented. Similarly, each and every element, each and every medicine will have its own area, its own viewpoint, and if you will tell, you just exhibit in a laboratory environment, nothing of that sort. If really you are scientifically taboo, you must try to find out the veracity of the statement, veracity coming not only from the homeopaths but from the general public, and different situations in which homeopathy has worked wonderful results, and this kind of average statistics should be the base for the scientific advancement. Gentlemen, we don't know does not mean that it is not science. Because solely we have not reached that stage where we can evaluate the memory of the medicines. The memory, I told you, you segregate to any level, the last unit will carry the memory of the mother material and it will be able to correct the corrections what we are needed. We can ask for, we can just look for. Okay. Now, if further I would like to explain, just these medicines will not do the job. You have to create an environment for the medicine to work. For example, a cancer patient, we will be very strict that he should not have any tobacco in his habits. But still, then number of people will say how it is related to homeopathy. Yes, homeopathy is not just giving the sugar pills. It is having so many advices, so many conditions, and all the conditions being fulfilled will give a perfect cure to the patients at the earliest possible time, the cheapest possible cost. So, gentlemen, and especially the homeopaths, don't lose heart. Someone is not able to understand. Someone is always there to abuse the system. Don't worry. The elephant should walk through, the dogs may howl. Elephant should not stop. Elephant will not stop. It will walk as if nothing had happened. That should be the criteria. More scientific information is available to those seekers who are contacting me in different medias. Thank you. Hope you have understood. This small snippet is not sufficient. In fact, number of my well-wishers told I should call a press conference and announce this, but I don't think it is a necessity. From time to time, from Hanuman's time, people worked with dedication, with one aim, that is cure of the symptoms of the people who are approaching the homeopath. Lot of changes have taken place in the homeopathic world, and unknowingly, unwittingly, they have also perhaps drawn into a commercial area that commanding so much criticism and abuse. But the detractors deserve all sort of congratulations and appreciation, because had they not sounded that homeopathy is not a science, we would not have gone further. Because unlike many other systems, we don't have established laboratories to the extent what is needed. That's another area of concern which we shall discuss on a later date. Thank you. I shall be coming with further snippets to support how does homeopathy work. Thank you.